Happy May, friends, and welcome to this Tuesday tune up happening on a Wednesday. But that's just kind of how the energy is going right now. Spirit wants you to really be in flow. And so I'm going to share a lot of the energy that's happening, that what you might be experiencing. There's a lot of body stuff going on, there's a lot of mental stuff going on. And there's a big enhancement in your own spiritual growth. So I just want to normalize maybe what you're even going through, and give you some comforting messages and some understanding as well. So we have a full moon happening tomorrow, which this full moon is actually 10 times more potent than other full moons. And also we have the eclipse. And so there's a lot of different astrological events happening. We also have Pluto going retrograde. So we're having a lot of internal work that's going on. There's a big identity shift that's going on for you. And even they're saying to have compassion with yourself, because they're showing me you're going through this identity shift that you maybe didn't even expect was going to happen for you. But that they're giving me this example. Let me know if this resonates with you. They're saying the example like, you thought you weren't this person and now you've become this person. And that's not out of judgment. It's out of an illusion that you used to have because you were living in a different paradigm, that you thought you were, they're quoting like that person, and you put yourself in a box. You put yourself in some sort of identity that they're saying actually limited you. And now, as you've been growing on your spiritual path, you've been doing that internal work, and the energies have been helping us do the internal work. They're saying that you've actually become somebody who you didn't think that you were going to become. And so under this full moon happening this week, there's a lot of release of who you thought you had to be, and instead having compassion for who you are being asked to be, they're saying, who you're embodying. And that is showing up there, showing me in the sense of roles. Maybe that's a community role, a family role, some goals. What else are they showing me? Just hobbies. Maybe you didn't think that you were a gardener and all of a sudden you love gardening or anything like that. But there is a massive shift in how you perceive yourself. So this doesn't have to do with other people. This is about how you perceive yourself. They're also showing me that your anxiety has maybe really been heightened, really heightened. I feel it just like from my ribs all the way up, not even just in my heart, but like the entire passage, they're saying. So, and I could just feel this overflow. They're letting me understand. Remembering to breathe, remembering to come back to your breath. And when you feel anxious, this is actually a spiritual sign for you to slow down. They're saying it's actually a sign for you to retreat and to like sleep even, and to find stillness. So they're showing me, even if you're at work, go to the bathroom for a little bit and just deep breathe and find your own sense of self again. Because there's so much disruption in the energies right now in a positive way, that you might be losing your sense of self. But that's what this energy is actually bringing up for you. That's what this whole eclipse is all about, is massive transformation, massive change in who you are, your change in identity. And that is, it's even showing up in a change of emotion. And they're even showing me that some of you might not naturally be somebody that experiences anxiety lots, but this energy is really, really potent. I myself, like yesterday and Monday, the energies were so intense. I almost felt crippled by anxiety, even though I have all the tools, and I kept bringing my mind back to the present. And that's the guidance for you, friend, is everything is always okay in the present. It's only when we think about the future or to-do lists, the things that we're worried aren't going to work out, or if we're living in the past of past relationships, past events, how they went, old conversations, that is what actually stirs up the anxiety. They're showing me like a Buddha or like a goddess. So I don't know if any of you at home have like a statue of an iconic figure. They don't just want you to use that as decoration. Instead, the guidance this week is to like sit with that energy, connect to that decor, connect to actually why you chose that, what it brings for you. Because I see that that decor isn't actually just a decor for you. You maybe treated it like that so far, but it's actually a reminder. It's actually activating a past life of yours that you've gravitated towards it. So anything spiritual in your house, they're showing me sage, crystals, even like water, if you have like filtered water, anything that you've intentionally used to activate your spiritual self and find peace within yourself, most importantly, that's what they want you to connect to this week, especially tomorrow. Like, so tonight and tomorrow, really grounding, finding a lot of grounding energy. We're in this Taurus energy, which helps us to connect to the earth, but it's our diligence, they're saying, to actually ground ourselves. I'm also seeing some of you might be crying a little bit more often. We do have Mercury in retrograde, so there's a lot of truth coming up right now. There's a lot of shadow stuff. Shadow stuff is typically the things that are undealt with, or the aspect of our life that we've kind of shoved under the rug, or things that we never processed. All that might be coming up. And so allow yourself to be weepy, especially they're showing me into this weekend. It's okay to cry. It's only temporary. You're not going to cry forever and ever. You might cry a lot, but there's going to be ease in your system because they're showing me your emotional body is quite overwhelmed, quite stimulated also. It feels like spring has brought up a lot of new beginnings, a lot of freshness, a lot of greatness. But with that, they're showing me that there's kind of just been a shift in your frequency. There's been a shift in like, they're just showing me like brightness, like, you know, when you're walking outside and it's so bright all of a sudden, that's kind of what it's done to your system. It's shocked your system a little bit. So kind of take care of yourself on that sensitivity level. If you need to close the blinds, that's okay. If you need to wear sunglasses more often, with just so much that's happening right now, your energetic body is going through a lot. Spirit's also showing me that we are breaking a lot of cycles. They're referencing 2020 broke a lot of cycles, and a lot of structures fell apart, a lot of just crumbling happen. And we're actually seeing that in this year and coming up to next year too, where they're showing me that there's a lot of structures falling apart. There's just a lot of newness. So whatever that means in your world, the guidance for you within that, friend, is allow yourself to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. And that's kind of with the going with the flow. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to not like things anymore. It's okay to like things that you thought you didn't like. Having more compassion for yourself. The next piece of guidance they're bringing up is judgment. The word judgment, they're just showing me in like bold letters. And the guidance with the judgment piece is try not to judge yourself. Don't judge your anxiety. Don't judge a good day or a bad day. Just being in the present of what is, being in the moment of who you are in this present moment all the time. Instead of it being that good or bad or the should haves, every time you should or would have on yourself, that is a form of judgment. They're also saying there's some guidance around high expectations. Let me just tap into that more. So they're showing me that if any of you have had really high expectations for yourself, or you thought you were going to achieve something by this deadline, but things have fallen away and changed, give yourself grace within that. Like, again, that flow is what they're referencing. Coming back into the flow that everything is still on path, even if it doesn't look like it, even if it doesn't feel like it, especially they're saying, trust in the process. Trust, they're saying, is invisible. And I like this. The angels are saying, I like this. The angels are saying to you that you have been taught to trust the unseen realm. The angels, your guides, you believe that there's loved ones that bring you messages, and maybe that God energy, that universe energy. You've been taught to believe in all that. But under this energy, they want you to believe in yourself. They want you to find out how to believe in yourself, because what they're saying right now is you've been taught to believe in God, but you haven't been taught to believe in yourself. Oh, I like that. So even praying over that for yourself of God, teach me how to believe in myself. Please teach me to remove all this self-doubt. There's a lot of guidance for you to release the density. And because you're aware of it, that means that it's your responsibility to release it. So if you have had trauma in a daily situation that you're encountering, if that's a person or a place or a thing, ask for that density to be released. Ask for the intensity and density, the stronghold it's had on you. When you ask, you receive. But they're showing me sometimes you get stuck in the loop of the negative, not that it's bad or good, but like in the lower vibration of it. And almost in that complaining energy, instead of using your own power, believing in what you can do and rising up over that situation. That feels like a really big message for you. So instead of complaining about the same thing, speak over your life of what you desire it to feel like instead. What do you want to realize, they're saying, within this situation? And hopefully that is that you have so much power that you don't have to be, they're showing just like a chain on my ankle. You don't need to be chained to that event. There's no ball and chain. Spirituality is energy. And so asking yourself, just where do I need to shift my energy to a higher vibration? Beautiful. Okay, that feels really complete for now. Yeah, and I just see a rainbow. There's so much change. There's so much just different colors. All they're showing me just like these colors represent all the waves of emotion. Just, yeah, the grief, the rage. I'm seeing just the confusion, the irritability, all these emotions are just showing me like a rainbow. It's what you're experiencing. And you might be experiencing it in your body. I'm holding my chest a lot today, so I'm feeling like that anxiety you might be going through. There might be sadness. I feel some stuff like in my head. So drink some extra water. There might even be some like inflammation in your body happening too, because sometimes the moon does that for us. I know for me, I get way more inflamed under the full moon because it's releasing all the other stuff, all the density, toxins, whatever it might be. And this shows up for a lot of people. I'm seeing even like some hives for some people might be a thing. So just pay attention to if your symptoms show up more under the full moon, because you are that beautifully sensitive. So let me just pray over you, friend. Take a deep breath with me. I pray that you believe in yourself and that you can overcome self-doubt. I pray that all the density and intensity and emotional turmoil is lifted from you. I pray that whatever identity you're being asked to step into, that it happens with ease for you, and that anything that is holding you down is lifted. I ask that any struggle that you're experiencing, to please find the solution, resolution, and a cure to it. And I just pray so much blessings over you in expected and unexpected way, friend. For all this and more, I say thank you for the angels, our guides, our loved ones on the other side, all the powers above, the heavens, the universe, the star and the moon, and all the planets playing in effect to us. Thank you for protecting, guiding us, encouraging us, and leading us into a path. There's one last message. The guides want you to know that you are only given the next step. You aren't given the whole roadmap. So don't wait till you know everything. They're saying just, we only give you that one step and take it, and then we'll give you more. So that feels complete. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope this landed for you. Watch it again if you felt like there was a lot to take from. Sometimes you miss a couple things and it lands for you differently on a different day. So love you lots, all the blessings to you. And I hope that this full moon tomorrow is good for you. Bye for now, friends.